everyone. This is Amber. Welcome to our live stream room. So is it in the morning of your country? So now it's afternoon in our country. And today the weather is a bit gloomy, but it's okay. It won't affect my mood of meeting with you. So come up, please. Follow me and take a round up there. And I'm going to show you the surroundings. You could see we're now located in an industrial zone, so there's no skyscraper. We're at the center of the industrial zone, and you could have a lot of yards. Every side of the yards, we have different company. So within this yard, this is our company. So let me show you our logo. Come here. This is our brand stone, and this is our logo. You might take a screenshot. This is our logo. So I hope this logo will gonna help you to easily find us during your next year's plan. Maybe you're having interest to visit our company next year, right? Okay, so this is our Chinese name. Okay, let's go inside of this yard to check our factory's production line or something. And as you see, our factory is very professional at producing the grounding material. So we have a massive range factory. Our factory's range is about 20,000 square meters. So you can see this is our production room and also our office room. And that direction also have our warehouse, a production room, and this is our parking lot. Okay, as you can see, we have a massive range, right? And at the same time, we also have the ISO certification. So which means our company is very, very responsible for product quality, and not only for product quality. And meanwhile, we are very responsible for the environment also, and also the management. Let's come to today's main topic. Today we're gonna talk about the exothermic welding errors and also how to fix it, right? Okay, so I'm gonna go to our lab center and ask our engineer to do some correct operations, and then talk about the false welding joint errors, and then let's discuss how to fix them. So that's pretty much all the contents about today's. Our friends, can you check over there? This is our warehouse and also the packing room. You could check, we have a lot of packing material such as cartons and the pallets, and also we have wooden box. There are a lot of goods are waiting to be shipped. And meanwhile, we accept and we also welcome your orders. And actually, you can check this room. This room is one room of our exothermic welding powder. And we're not allowed to go inside because of our secret formula. So I'm going to show you our products lately. And let's go to the lab center to test and to witness our product. You could see the weather is a bit gloomy because in our city, we're at the hometown for Panda, for giant Panda. So in the most of cases, the weather is like this, gloomy. Okay, welcome to our lab center. Okay, this is our engineer, Mr. Du, and he's gonna do us the correct way of exothermic welding. So our main topic is about to tell you some false welding errors, right? Before that, I want to show you what's the correct way to do the exothermic welding, and then let's compare with the correct joint, with the force and the false joint, and then we can discuss more about it. And we all know that the first step is to preheat, right? And because the weather is a bit gloomy, so today is a bit humid and damp, so we need to preheat much more minutes than before than usual. Hi friends, welcome to our live stream room. Now our engineer, he's showing you our correct way of the exothermic welding. And after that, we will show you our very classic welding joint errors. And then let's discuss more around it. And welcome to our live stream. And also we welcome your comments at below. If you have any questions or any words you'd like to say, please leave your comments at the screen. And we also have a bunch of engineers who's sitting here, and we can answer your question or technical question right in this living room. Hi friends, during today's live stream, so we welcome you to leave your comments or questions at below. And today, our main topic is about to talk the classic welding errors. And after that, we'll show you the electronic welding kit, exothermic welding. And we will also show you our starting powder ignition. So if you have interest, please stay with us till the last minute of our live stream. And we also welcome your questions at below. You could say today's weather is a bit gloomy, so we took longer time than usual to do the preheating. And the preheating is very, very important, right? Do the preheating can prevent a lot of false welding happen. Hi, welcome to our live streaming room. Now we have already did like over 3 minutes preheating. So maybe we're gonna leave a few seconds. A little patience is needed. Hi friends, have you already noticed the exothermic welding mode? The mode we were doing the demonstrations for you for a lot of live streams, right? Have you noticed our exothermic mode? We are always using the same mode. That is not because we don't want to use the new one for you. That is because our exothermic welding mode is very high quality. So if you order exothermic welding mode from us, you will notice that our mode can use much longer than other exothermic welding mode. And a question, please. How many times can your exothermic welding mode be used? What's your maximum time to use the mode? How many times does your exothermic mode can be used? You can give me your numbers and then we can give you ours. Okay, now we have already finished the preheating. Now we have already placed the conductors, and then we will put the welding powder into the crucible. And same like all the other traditional powders, we have welding powder, and we also have metal disc, and we also have our starting powder. So after we did the operation for the exothermic welding, after we did the introduction to the eras, we will introduce you our starting powder a little bit. Please stay with us. Okay, now we have already put enough starting powder into the mold. And now we're gonna take out sunlight igniter. Okay, you could say it's very safe and just need one shot. Wait until the temperature is cooling down, and let's take out the joint and to check if it's good enough. Hi friends, are you also operating like us did? Are we doing the same operations to the exothermic welding? Now you can see our joint is perfect. There are no a lot of impurities and no copper leakage. And not only to show you the exothermic welding, and today we're gonna do something big, and we're gonna do something you have never seen in other live stream. Today we're gonna cut it in half and let you see the cross section and let you see the quality inside of the joint. This is our chainsaw, and now we are going to cut the joint in half. And this is the kind of live stream you haven't seen in any other live stream, right? So very excited about it, right? And be careful if you also want to do the cutting of your own joint. Yeah, be careful because it's a bit dangerous. Okay, we have already finished the cutting. Let's check the cross section. You see there's no any air holes or bubbles at all, so it's a perfect joint. Thanks for him. Thanks for Mr. Du. Yeah, very thanks for him, and he's now cleaning the molds. Make sure you will clean the molds because you are gonna use it for not for only for once, right? You are gonna use the mold for a lot of times, so to make sure you cleaning them very well. So you see we have the steel brush and we also have the soft brush. So make sure you will use these tools to clean the molds very well. Okay, camera, please follow here. And okay, we have already finished the correct way to do the exothermic welding, right? And we also have the very beautiful joints right now. And now let me show you our today's main topic, which is about to showing you six classic welding eras. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6. We're going to show you in total 6 different eras. And during our introduction to the eras, you can also leave your comments like what kind of eras you have also welded to, and also what kind of advice do you want to give to us. So please leave your comments below, and we can discuss more, right? Okay, the first 4th era, you could see the rebar is completely exposed to the air, and the copper is not covering it at all. So in this sort of cases, so we're gonna say we have 4 advices to it. The first advices, this is given by our engineer, okay? This is not given by me. I don't have the experience or rights to write down the advices. So this advice is very, let's say, a treasure and very precious. And the first advice is the consistency. Consistency means, here, I bring a picture for you. I bring the picture for you to show you why we're going to talk about the consistency here. Okay, let me find where is the consistency I want to talk about. Here you can see this one. This is our catalog. Do you have our catalog, please? If you don't have, please ask for the catalog from our sales group. And we have this catalog. You see, we have dozens of different welding joints, right? So before every time we did the exothermic welding, we have to do like 3 steps. So the first step is to choose the right joint type, and also the mold and powder and clamps. So you see at the left row, we have our exothermic welding type picture. And here, this row is our welding type. So what kind of welding joints you're gonna make? So this is the code for this picture. So like here, this picture its code is rod to rod, which abbreviation is CC4. Okay, so make sure you find them right. Okay, so the next step is here. You have make sure what kind of welding type you want to make, right? And then choose the right conductor. So we have here this and this contents are means the different conductor size. And this contents means the A is the first conductor size is about 8 to 20, and the second row means the size is 8 to 18. So you have to choose the correct conductors. And next, you have to choose the powder, right? We have a lot of different powder. And then choose the clamps. Okay, that's a bit too much to do. But we have to make sure we did them right. And then we can accomplish a very, very beautiful joint, right? Okay, it's about consistency. So talking about this picture, our engineers giving advice that maybe the joint is wrong. Maybe the conductor is too large to do the welding. So you can take a look at this picture. This is our catalog. So you could say the rebar size 10 to 40, and the cable size is 60 to 120. So normally the cable size won't have any problem, but the rebar will do. Rebar will have problem. So if you can give us the measurement to the rebar's diameter, that could be the best. In most cases, the rebar size will be between the 10 to 40, but some other countries, their rebar might be a little bit larger than this size. Then it might cause this kind of situation. And okay, so except for this, we also have the welding powder, right? Okay, so talking about the welding powder, please come with me. We have the welding powder in this mold. Do not touch it, it's hot. You can see this is our exothermic welding mold, and we have our type over there, and we also have our weld metal over there. So you see, we did write the correct weld metal amount over there, right? So make sure you are choosing the right weld metal. Okay, except for the exothermic weld metal, and we also have the welding powder number. For example, this is our exothermic welding powder. Guess where did we put our signs? Here, over there, at the bottom of this bottle, we have 90 numbers for it. So make sure you're choosing the right weld joint type, and make sure you are choosing the right conductors, and you're choosing the right weld metal. Okay, we can begin to do the welding. And okay, except for the consistency, the second advice is about the preheating. Well, some clients will ask us, how does the preheating affect the joint? Well, you see here, this part is vacancy for the copper, so there's no place for the vapor for the copper. So which means maybe if you didn't preheat the mold enough, the vapor will take this space, and then the copper will have no chance to flow to this place. Okay. The third is the mold clamp. Mold clamp. How does mold clamp lead to this? Okay, let me show you our mold clamp. Come here. This is our mold clamp, right? We have like over 3 types of the mold clamp. Okay, we have over 3 types of the mold clamp. Let's say not just only 3 types, maybe have 5 or 6 different mold clamp. And for this mold, we have this clamp. Its name is called HK. Okay, so make sure you clamp the molds very well. Okay, I'm gonna show you the sound. Please listen carefully. Did you hear the sound when I clamp the mold? Every time after you clamp the mold very well, you will hear a sound from the clamp. And maybe the devices didn't clamp them very well. Maybe it's because you didn't hear the sound. Okay, the fourth one is a sealer or a cotton. So after you clamping the mold very well, and you thought it's over, no, it's not. And please notice here, the rebar, the surface is not smooth at all, right? The surface is a bit rough. So after you clamping the clamp, so there might be still have gaps or holes on the mold. So we have a very, very good tools to fix this. Come here. We have these two things. So this one, take a guess. What is it? Do you know what is it? It's like a cotton, right? Okay, its name is called high temperature cotton. And this box, it has our mold sealer. We have our mold sealer inside of it. And the mold sealer, its real name is called fireproof mod. Yeah. So this kind of mod, if you take out them and to cover the gaps of the mold, and or you can use the high temperature cotton. Those two things are the same usage, have the same usage. It's okay if you want to use mold sealer, or you can use the high temperature cotton. But I would say the high temperature cotton is better because due to our engineer's advice, the cotton is dry, so it can accomplish a better joint than the mod. So you're gonna use these two things to seal the mold gaps, right? And if you have any questions to how to use them, would you like to arrange a meeting with us? Because we did online meeting with several clients to teach them how to use the high temperature cotton, and we found it's very useful, and they found it too. So book a online meeting with us. We're gonna show you how to operate these two things in different kind of welding joints. Okay. We have already finished the 4 advices for the first force joints. So what else advices do you have? Can you give us more advices due to this force joint? You can leave your comments up below, actually. Okay, if there's no, we're gonna talk about the second one. So from this picture, it's hard to tell, right? Okay, let's camera move here. So this picture, you could say the joint is stuck in the mold. It's completely stuck in the mold, cannot be taken out. Have you ever encountered with this case? Okay, then camera can move here. You see, this picture and this picture are the same welding joints. So what happens? How can we lead to these cases? Okay, our engineers giving 2 advices. So the first one is preheating. They might think it's not preheating very well, so which means the vapor might took a little space in the cavity. Then the copper liquid cannot, go down. So cause some of the copper liquid stay in the crucible. So this just one reason. We're not saying it must be this reason. So we're giving the second reason. So the second reason is the wrong number. Wrong number. As I showed you, as we told you, we have the number here. On the steel plates of the mold, right, we have the number of the weld metal. So for this weld metal, we have 250. If you are bringing out some, let's say, larger size weld metal, which is like 300, it's larger than this weld metal, it might could lead this situation, right? So too much copper liquid staying in the cavity. So some of the copper liquid will live in the crucible. Okay, so talking about this force errors, force joints, do you have any good advices to avoid this? Do you have the same experience like we are showing you? It's okay, you can leave your comments. You can leave any words you want to say at below. Okay, let's come to our third force joint. So this joint might be encountered by a lot of friends, by a lot of clients, right? Because you could see the copper is leaking to other space outside of the cavity. And meanwhile, the copper joint is not covering the conductors very well. There are some, let's see, empty for this joint. So what can lead to this situation? You could say the conductor is the steel bar. So actually it's very smooth. There's no any rough surface, right? So for this kind of conductors and for this kind of welding joint, our engineer is giving the advice as first consistency. So for this joint, its consistency is: are you using the right conductors? Are you measuring the conductors very well before you set orders to us? So you see, we have already make sure we want this type welding joint. And then what's the size for the conductors? Are you offering us the right conductor size? If you didn't, please use the clippers or some rulers to test to measure the size for the conductors. And then please send us your right conductor size. And then we're gonna design the mold for you. So make sure the first one, consistency. Okay, so the second one is the copper leakage. Copper leakage is, so it's the same with the first one. Yeah, you make sure you choose the right mold and the right conductors, then the copper will not leak at all, right? Okay, so that's so much about the third one. Do you have any good advices? If no, we're gonna come to our fourth one. Fourth one is about a very common welding joint. Did you find something? Do you find something different or something very weird? And this picture too. Do you find something which is not very normal? How do we make this joint? Okay, for this kind of joint, it's very simple. We have very simple reason. The only reason why do we cause this joint is preheating. We didn't preheat it enough. So for this joint, it's very easy to fix it as long as we are preheating them enough long. So we will make sure we won't have any joints like this. So before I'm showing you the errors, you see we have spent like nearly 5 minutes to do the preheating, right? So it depends on the depends on the weather and also the local humidity. So if it's very humid, it's very damp, you are gonna have to make sure you preheat the mold enough and also the conductors enough. So you see, the cross section has a lot of air holes, so it's not good because the earthing mat is using to catch lightnings, right? If there's a lot of holes, if there are a lot of holes, how are we gonna catch the lightnings, right? Okay, we have only 2 false welding joints example for you. So please stay with us, and you can also leave your comments. So this is the 5th one. So what's the problem of this joint? Actually, our engineer, they said this joint is great. It's pretty, but what's the problem of this joint? So please allow me to bring another good joint. You see here, the color for this joint is very beautiful. It's golden, it's light. But for this joint, the surface is dark. It's not beautiful. So this joint is fine, it's okay, but its color is not beautiful. So how to avoid this? How to fix this? So let's see their advice. Their advice is frequent welding. So frequent welding might be you are using the exothermic welding mode for too many times in a short term. So our advice is please leave the mode alone. Please leave the mode cooling down after you use them 3 times during the short term. So if you want to use them for the 4th time, please wait until the mode is cooling down. And if you follow our guidelines, follow our advices, you will not having a dark surface like this. Okay, so we're gonna come to our final false welding joints, or our final one. So this final one might be some picture like this. Do you know what's wrong with this joint? So do you know what have caused these joints? And please let me also take this good joint over there. You see, for the perfect joint, for the good joint, you can notice that the surface, it has some impurities, but has very less impurities. It doesn't have a lot of impurities, but instead you could see this joint. It has a lot of impurities. So for the reason of why to cause this, you may see our advice here. The first one is we're not cleaning the mold very well. Okay, let me show you these 2 brushes. Okay, the first one is the steel brush, and the second one is the salt brush. So we're having these 2 steel brush in the toolbox. So which means we can use this to clean our mold, right? Make sure every time you're cleaning the mold very well, and also you can use the steel brush to clean the conductors. Okay, after you cleaning them very well, so the second reason could be the worst powder. Okay, so how do we avoid the worst powder? So first, you could try your best to choose some factory who has the very good certificates like IEC or UL, and or the second way to choose the good brand which has already exist in this world for over 10 years. So for example, our brand Sunlight Weld, it has already in this market for over 10 years. Let's say over than 20 years. So which means our powder is always the best. And the second thing is we have the IEC and also UL, so which means and we also have IEEE, so which means our formula is always the best. So if you're choosing the certificates and also the right factory, it can avoid you to purchase the wrong powder. Okay, that's so much about our false welding joints. And now, except for those 6 welding joints, do you have other good advices to our exothermic welding? Or do you have any other false welding joints examples you want to show us? Okay, that's so much about today's false welding joints. And after this, we're going to show you our starting powder and also our electronic welding kits. Because you see, except for the exothermic welding eras, so those are mostly about the formula for the powders, right? Except for the powders formula, we also have the starting powder. So the starting powder are very important too, because for a lot of brands in China, we have a lot of different brands, but not every brands can be shipped in airlines or seaways. So what's the reason to cause that? Because the starting powder of other brands, it's very, very dangerous, because they can ignited by some visible fire. So if with our starting powder, it will not have this problem at all. So later, I'm gonna let our engineer to show you our starting powder. For our starting powder, it cannot be ignited by the visible fire, and at the same time, it can be ignited at just 1 or 2 shots. So, which means our starting powder can be responsible for humans' life, can be responsible for transportation safety, and at the same time, it can be ignited at a very, very limited shot of the igniter. Okay, please stay here. I'm gonna ask our engineer to do the starting powder demonstration. And after this starting powder, we're gonna show you our electronic welding demonstration. And for a lot of friends who come here, you have yeah. Okay. Now, and please allow our Mr. Du to show you our starting powder demonstration. So why do we show you this? Because we want to show you. Okay, we want to show you our responsibility for the safety to everybody. Okay, so for our starting powder, we also have the part number. You can see here, or let's see lot number. We can show you the date of when do we produce them. Okay, now he's doing the demonstration for the starting powder only, and you could check. You could check that we have a lot of starting powder inside of it. Okay, you see just 1 shot. So which means our starting powder is very high efficient, and it's very safe at the same time. Okay. Okay, except for our starting powder demonstration, now we're going to show you our electronic welding demonstration. For a lot of friends who come to our live stream today, you have already noticed the traditional powder exothermic welding, right? And we also want to show you our electronic welding kit demonstration, because for the false errors of the welding powder, it's very common, and it can be avoided by a lot of clients. But for the starting powder, it's hard to avoid, because even our starting powder is good enough, but still it's a bit dangerous to most of the people in the construction site. So if you're using the electronic welding kit, it's gonna reduce the dangers. It's gonna reduce the danger of using it. And meanwhile, electronic welding is very convenient. All you need to do is to put the powder cup into it, and then connect with our starter, and then stay away and do the ignition. It's very quick, very safe. This is our welding powder cup. It's golden, it's very beautiful. It's totally different with the traditional powder, right? Okay, it's very simple. All you need to do is to put the welding powder into the crucible, and then take out our electronic starter and connect them together. Okay, our engineer, he's bringing out the starter and also its wire. You can see very simple, right? Connect the cup of the powder and connect the starter. And this is our cover for it. You can have the protection cover, right? Because it will just protect you very well. And you can check. Okay, we're gonna start. Did you hear the sound? We just press the button a little bit, and then we have already finished the whole welding for the electronic welding kit. Hi friends who come to our live stream. Do you want to try this electronic welding kit? If you have interest, please contact our sales group, and maybe we are able to apply for a free sample for you, right? Okay, you may check the welding joints by the electronic welding kit. It's perfect, it's beautiful. It's the same as the traditional powders weld joint. And meanwhile, it has less residuals compared with the traditional welding kit. You can check, right? It's beautiful. Okay, not to mention the cross section of this joint. Okay, so also after every time you did the exothermic welding, please make sure you clean them very well, clean the mold, and also clean the table. And let's see, the most important thing is to clean the mold, because you're going to use the mold for a lot of times, right? If you not clean them well, it will lead to the very, very impure, a lot of impurities live on the joints. Okay, do you like our electronic starter? Do you like our electronic welding kit? You see, it's very simple. We have a lot of functions to show you the power of the battery, to show you how many welds we have already done. And also we have our logo. And all you need to do is to press the two buttons. Yeah, all you need to do is to press the two buttons, and then you're gonna start the whole welding process. And we are using the 18650 lithium battery for this starter. It's very easy for you to buy from your local, right? Meanwhile, not only we want to introduce you this electronic welding starter, and we also not only we want to show you the starter, and also we want to show you our traditional igniter. You see, this igniter is for traditional powder, right? It has our logo on it. You know, our former electronic, our former igniter, it doesn't have any logo. So we have our very new generation igniter. So this igniter has very good quality, and it has a larger spark. And you can check. It has long sparks. So this igniter has very good quality, and it can be used for like over 200 times. So if you are very excited to use it, you can book with our sales group. It's okay to be shipped through Seaway together with our welding powder. And if you want to try it, you will find it has similar quality such as those very famous brands. So during today's live stream, we have already talked about the eras of the welding joint, right? And these are the two things I wanted to promote to you a little bit. So are you ready to get our samples? If you are ready, please contact with our sales group, and we're gonna apply for some free sample for this igniter, and also for the electronic welding kit for you, right? And also let me bring out our full kit for the traditional powder and also the electronic powder, okay? And friends who want to try the electronic welding kit, all you need is a starter and also a box of the E+ powder, and also with our mold. Let me bring our mold now. Okay, because the mold is a bit hot, so let me bring our exothermic welding kit over there. So for friends who want to try this electronic welding kit, all you need to order is first the mold of ours, and a clamp, and a box of the E+, and a electronic starter. So we're going to use a small carton to cover them, and we can ship them through airlines or express, or fly to the airport and you pick up them, yeah. So all you need to do is to try the samples. So it's very small volume, right? And if you want to try our traditional powder, all you need to do is to book our welding powder box. So one box can cover can load 10 pieces of the welding powder, and also a gun igniter. And our welding powder for the traditional type is okay to match with your molds, but it's okay if you also want to book our mold. We also produce molds, but for now. Okay, for every box of the traditional powder, we have the box for this plastic box, and also our user manual, and also our weld metal, and weld metal has a small lid over here. We will put our starting powder here, over there. Okay, at the down part is our welding powder. Yeah, so all you need to do is to book a box of this weld metal, and then igniter, and with your own mold or with our mold is okay to try this traditional kit. But an advice, we would better to send you the igniter together with the weld metals through seaweed, because the igniter for now it's not okay to send through express or airlines. So if you want to try our traditional powder, the best way is to we send you samples through express or airlines by only this box of the traditional powder. For this igniter, yeah, even it has a great quality, but at the meanwhile, it can be only shipped through seaweed. Okay. Hi friends, do you have any questions? Want to contact us? If you don't, we might have to end our today's live stream. Okay, let's summarize today's main content. Today we have already talked about the 6 eras for the welding joints, right? If you have any other false joints you want to talk with us, or if you have any good advices of how to avoid them, please leave your comments or please contact with us to share with us, and let's discuss more on the exothermic welding. Okay, so let's walk together. Let's develop together. Let's grow together. Okay, so that's so much about today's content. So let's say goodbye. Okay. There are about 6 minutes or 5 minutes left. We're gonna have almost 1 hour live stream. for today. So do you have any other questions? If you do, please ask us directly through this live stream. And also we have our emails and also contact way on our screen. So do you have any good advices or something you want to say? You can leave your comments below, right? So except for that, I can also show you our testing lab over there. You can see this is our testing lab for the weld metal. And not only just this room and that room, and we also have more rooms for the exothermic welding experiments and also for other products. And this testing lab is also, but this lab is for the copper bonded steel. It's not for exothermic welding powder. This is for copper bonded steel. And we also have this office. This office is our QC group, only for QC group. It's full of our engineers and QC group team members. Every day they will do different testing for our products. They will do testing for our samples. We'll do testing for our products we produced right now to make sure every sample and to make sure every product is perfect. And then we're going to send it to our clients. It's very, very responsible for us, right? Hi, friends. I didn't see any questions from you. If you didn't think about any other advices rather than just advices on this paper, so you might also be able to contact us through our email or WhatsApp. Okay, that's so much about today. So let's see you next time. And also Christmas is about to come. So happy Christmas in advance. Okay, see you. Bye-bye.